Hey, good people. It's a good evening, and I'm at Ross just doing a stop in, pop in so that I can find some elevated basics. Come along.
If you've ever stood in front of your closet and felt like something was missing, not a specific piece, but just a feeling, this video is for you. So today I'm at Ross, and before you scroll past, let me tell you what I found. I found a woman, all right? She's budget conscious, but she's not budget limited. She loves to travel. She moves through the world with curiosity and intention, and she knows that style is not about how much you spend, but it's about how well you know yourself. I call her the Travanista, and Ross had her in mind today. So, this is not a haul, this is a conversation about how we approach a new season with preparedness and curiosity and with eyes wide open. Now, we're transitioning into spring. And if you know anything about transitional dressing, you know that basics are not boring. Basics are the foundation that everything else stands on. And today at Ross, the foundation was Tommy Hilfiger. All right, I found so many things. The nautical theme was there, clean lines, classic colors, stories, the kind of pieces that have been working for decades, beautiful dresses that understand something about being timeless and how a well dressed woman moves. Nautical is not a trend, nautical is a posture. It says, I'm going somewhere and I'm ready, right? So, what I found were elevated basics. All right, and I use that word elevated intentionally because these are pieces that have been here for a while. A better word might even be evaded. Those pieces that should have been gone, someone left them and we showed up at the right time, with the coordinates here, those things that can be put to the test, the essentials, right? The kind of building blocks that we pack well, those things that travel well, that photograph well against any backdrop, whether that backdrop is a cobblestone street in Italy, or in another city in Amsterdam, or on a Saturday morning farmer's market at home. The Travanista on a budget knows the designer does not have to be designer priced. She just has to be found. Now, as we take a look at these, it reminds me of what keeps happening to me when I go into the stores. I'm not complaining. I'm not complaining. But for instance, if you take a look at the video that we did at Anthropology, the dresses brought back play, right? The above the knee cuts, the color, the movement, something in me exhaled and remembered play, right? And even here at Ross, look what we're finding about play in different places, and it's happening again. And it's showing up in just the spaces that say it's time to resort to play, resort to color, resort to just having a time set aside for restoration. And so I am so grateful that these themes, keep on showing up. And also I want to just celebrate that because I am in a season of joy. And these are the small, gentle reminders that joy awaits us at every space. Now, for the ladies who are, leveling up, whether it's with your basic game or your dress game, I'm finding that even the small spaces where your fashion taste or style, even a place like Ross, you can find things that speak to you, that are jewels, and that actually invite you to play and to level up in more than just one way. Tommy Hilfiger again delivers in red and in denim, in t-shirts, and in affordable pricing when you find it at this place called Ross. And so I just want to celebrate that. Yeah, I want to celebrate that. I also want to encourage just this beautiful Karl Lagerfeld button down. Simply beautiful. Yeah, Karl showed up today, and the shirt was doing something, not just existing, but doing something, speaking, suggesting a version of you that is lighter and more elegant and more playful during this season. The bags invited travel. Let's talk about the bags. Yeah, because there's a whole conversation going on with the bags happening right there in the area of travel. The bags today understood the assignment: functional, structured, travel ready, the kind that fit up under your seat. Even the coordinates understood the assignment: functional, basic, get you through TSA check; functional, basic, I know where my passport is, I know where my cell phone is, I know where my singles are if I want to tip, I know where my credit cards are, I know where my lip gloss is in the evening, I know how to go from day to evening, and I know how to do it functionally but also on a budget and in style. And so the purses knew the assignment in every color, in basic black to red. And Tommy Hilfiger again did not fail. Even the accessories said play. The cosmetics said miniature sizes and said take me with you. For our fashionistas that like to glow all the way. And these Converses, let me just talk about the shoes. The shoes did not fail either. The grape Converse, I want you to know I returned for those. I saw them, I left, and I came back, but that's because some things you have to go away, you got to think about it, and then you realize, nope, those are mine. Yeah, and these Tommy Hilfiger slippers, soft and intentional, Parisian in their sensibility, the kind of shoe that says I'm comfortable. These Karl Lagerfeld, let me say his name right, those ballerina slippers, yeah, those all just said intentional. And there are so many options here for every size. The ones that dress up and dress down without asking permission, the aisles of comfort, with all of the sizes represented, because everybody deserves options. And Ross, when you're intentional And when you are on a budget, I believe that Ross fits the bill. You can find some awe-inspired items to this DKNY boot that, it's for those of us who are not quite ready to let go of winter, but the ankle boot is perfect for transition season. This price is phenomenal, and it means also that we can hold on to two things at once, right? And a good boot lets you know how to do that with style, right? And Adidas, yeah, because some days answer the answer is clean, is classic, and just go. And this Japanese inspired sneaker as seen on the runways are at Ross. Let me land that for a moment. The runway at Ross pipeline is real, and it's in your favor, especially for this season. So don't let this season, we just had a time change. Don't let this season, just escape you. It's about being prepared. It's about being positioned, being purposeful, being on point. Look, the sandals, the Tommy sandals, the ones again that are ready for transition. And we've seen these on the runway from with trenched jackets and slacks. All of the aisles and aisles of comfort, of representation, of intentionality, of not just walking into the season because the season is here, but walking into the season prepared. One of the things I always look for are the two-piece coordinates. So spring is not just a weather event. Spring is a style invitation. And so, for those of us who are also experiencing style transition, not just a seasonal one, but a personal one, this time of year is pretty significant. Okay, we're not just updating our wardrobe, we're updating our relationship with ourselves. You see these cotton two-piece sets today, these are inspired coordinates. One set can even just put you in a space of not only comfort but a reminder to rest. And one of the sets you'll see pretty soon even came with the hair clip. I just love the inspirational messages, the hair clip, and it's as if somebody thought of you. Yeah, and somebody thought all the way through the look. And I really appreciate that kind of thoughtfulness, especially for anyone who's in a season of not just transition, but maybe you're a caregiver and you're looking for a way to treat yourself as you serve in some pretty frontline spaces. Ross continues to surprise me with these beautiful dresses from Tommy Hilfiger. And it's because, if you're looking to level up in any way with denim or even bling, Tommy Hilfiger at Ross, this haul really just set the stage for femininity and also for the travelnista who wants to be fashionable and to do it on a budget. And even, for instance, this Levi quilted denim jacket, it's as if you're pampering yourself because travelistas need to take care of themselves, right? While they're moving from place to place and on a mission. And so I really appreciate about spring being a style invitation, and about how inspired pieces and coordinates, how they, invite kind of self-care. And it's all about being able to know how we want to approach a new season. Who do you want to be in this season? Yeah, and I think the answer is about preparedness being curiosity and not anxiety, not a list, not a mandate to buy everything all at once, but a willingness to, walk in open, to shop off season when the deals are quiet and the aisles are unhurried, and to take moments to let what you find tell you something about what you actually need. And my guess is that sometimes what you find at Ross tells you where your closet has a gap, but it also tells you what you need, from the inside out. You might be missing a basic, yes. A color might be absent, or a silhouette you've been avoiding without knowing why. Places like Ross and some of the places that we've gone to thrift together gives you the invitation to stop avoiding the why behind, what's missing. And it's important. It's important that sometimes you walk through an entire store and, what you find really is inspiration. It's inspiration and a reminder that to travel, to get out there and to explore and to discover. The matching sets invite you to sit with, what you've been missing. Yeah, and they remind you that, some of the pieces that you already own actually are worth bringing them back out and giving them a chance again. Hey, for anyone who was looking for something exquisite, this rag and bone combination here with the collar and the crochet lace, love it. But a $298 price tag for $29. Now this thing right here, that was absolutely beautiful for someone, right? And sometimes when you continue to walk through the store, the store can be a mirror as much as it is a market. You begin to playfully put things together. Your accessories begin to accelerate your creativity. All of it it's not just about purchases, it's about conscious shopping. Yeah, and travel essentials for the travelista who is always in some way preparing to go, preparing to get back to the spaces where they have always longed to be. And so I encourage you to, even this bag here, to, this kind of bag and travel reminder, it suggests new vistas that hold your things and also hold your intention to go somewhere beautiful, to return safely, and always be in a posture of discovery. Now this grape Converse right here, they were $39.99, listed for $100. That's why I continue to come back and always to discover.